So, first thing I want to say is called it. I can't tell you how many times, how many people, after I dropped that last video about Black Ops 4 being revealed and, possible Modern Warfare 2 rematch, stuff like that, how many recommended videos in my inbox were like, well, why we shouldn't have Modern Warfare 2 remastered and why it's not going to happen and why whatever, whatever. Guess what, y'all? Junk just got announced. Now, it got leaked. I should scratch that. It definitely got leaked. I don't want to put this out there saying this is 100% fact. To me, this is like 95% fact. It's been reported by numerous people. It's been reported by like actual, like IGN, like really, really big gaming companies, and they don't report nothing that actually isn't, what I'm saying, factual. But there is always the possibility this isn't exactly happening, so we're gonna leave it at there. Why we should play some Black Ops 3? Got my tryhard panties on, the M8A7. Y'all forgot about that gun, did y'all? Anyway, but yeah, here we're talking about World War II, not World War II. Jesus Christ! Waking up, and then making a video is not the best idea all the times. But anyway, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. The leak is saying that's supposed to come out on April 30th. Now that seems extremely close, which is why that's my only reservation about it. Where I'm like, I don't know, because I'm like that's a month, some change. Like, ooh. There's ain't no trailers, ain't no nothing, ain't no hype trying to be. You know what I'm saying? It's just been just this leak. So it's a little weird. But one thing that does make sense. So that's the reason why I'm a little skeptical, but it also makes sense because it's 6 months after the release of World War II, right? And it's 6 months before the release of Black Ops 4. What I think is because, like I said before, I mentioned this in the last video, guys. World War II sold the best out of any Call of Duty ever made, period. But the problem with Call of Duty, the reason they've been scrambling, the reason they've been doing all this random extra stuff is because they cannot retain players. That is their biggest issue. There is so much competition out there. Like I said, once again, I said before, Fortnite, Battlefield, Titanfall, PUBG, Overwatch, just all these other different games and all good games, honestly, are out there. Rainbow Six, that's still going on, whatever. I still play that game. So many good games out there. So now they have to do different things like this. So since the remaster is coming, or since we believe it to be, hopefully, Jesus, help me out. So the game had a lot of problems, right? World War II had a lot of issues. Now, nostalgia makes us remember that it's the best game ever. Now, I went back and played the game. I still enjoyed the crap out of it. But there are some issues. There are some problems. So what do we want to see from a World War II? Oh my God. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Jesus, sorry. Anywho, so my first thing is gotta be the biggest problem to me and the most glaring thing, and that's the noob tubes, okay? Noob tubes, grenade launchers, for y'all who didn't know, I feel like you should have known that, but hey, got some noobs, that's cool. Ain't no thing, I'll help you all out too. Yeah, so noob tubes were the bane of everyone's existence. Do you remember being on a 24 kill streak and you're like, I actually might get this nuke, and then someone trips over a rock, fires a noob tube in the air, and it just lands perfectly 20 feet away from you and still kills you? Remember that happens? Remember that junk happens? Or better yet, remember the Afghan? Not the Afghan, but you remember the map Afghan? You're like, yo, today's the day. I'm gonna get this nuke. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this nuke. The game starts 3, 2, 1. Step forward. 5 people die until one noob tube. Dude just literally just chunk from across the map. Yeah. So now I don't want to just completely get rid of noob tubes. They're a part of the game. Right? They're a part of the game. It's annoying. People might not like them, or whatever. They're a part of the game, right? So for me, what I would do is I would reduce the kill radius and the damage on all noob tubes, right? They're still effective, but you got to be a little more accurate with the noob tube, okay? You can't just spray in, just close your eyes and just, left to right, doom, left and right, and then get team kills. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to work anymore. That's my proposal, by the way. Of course, this is, guaranteed to happen, nothing like that. But this is how I would see fixing fixing the game. Of course, with the remaster, you can leave the game exactly the same, but I feel like there's so many glaring issues that you do need to change some of them at least. You can't just pretend like the game is automatically perfect off rip, even if the game's really, really good. The game isn't perfect. So that's one thing I want to do is change the YouTube radius. The second thing I would want to do is reduce the effectiveness of danger close for non-score streak explosives. So Semtexes, C4s, Claymores, grenades, noob tubes, you know what I'm saying? You're reducing the damage, reducing the increased damage they get. So they would well, we're reducing how effective danger close is. You would toss danger close on anything and throw a Semtex into a house and then just, area strike online. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want that always to happen. Now, for the example of noob tubes, basically, I told you I wanted the noob tubes reduced. Danger close would bring the noob tubes back to regular form that we all know. Just there is no higher level of the regular form that we all know of noob tubes. That's where I want to get to. Okay. The last thing is not the last thing, but I do have another thing. Is one man army. Either take it out of the game or make sure you can't get noob tube like grenade launchers out of it. Like, I guess I don't know. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm ragging on grenade launchers, and that's not really what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to take out all the random chance that kind of came into the game. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that you just died to. I mean, like Stinger missiles, or not Stinger missiles, Javelin missiles, or Commando 20. Here's the thing: I'm gonna say leave Commando in. That's part of the game. I'm not saying taking noob tubes out. I'm just saying regulate them a little bit so they're not as crazy. With one man army, somebody would sit in a corner and just replenish day after day after day after day. You're like, oh, but they're scavenger areas. They can do the same thing. Yeah, they have to move for that. They have to go around and fight. You know what I'm saying? How many times you try to find a new noob tube and you died looking for one because you had to get a scavenger? Yeah, that's the whole point. You got to move. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get rid of all the cheeky, campy little ways to play the game and have it played, a little bit more fast-paced and fun. The game is good. Don't get me wrong. The game is really, really good. But I feel like with One Man Army, the way One Man Army was used was the way it was not supposed to be used. One Man Army was like, oh, I'm trying to go for a score streak. Dang, I'm in a tight spot. I got to pull up my suppressed class, my silencer class, so I can keep going. That's what it was for. It was like going for score streaks or, really big streaks and stuff like that. People did not use it that way, One thing I wanted to talk about real briefly is, so the glitch spots, like y'all remember High Rise, right? You can get to the top where the the tanker was, or you can get to the side of the map where all that huge crane railing or whatever. Would you guys want to leave those in the game, or like I'm trying to think of another place. I think the ones in like Underpass or whatever, not the game-breaking ones, mind you, not those whatever, but like I feel like those are, once again, those are part of the game. Like there's a billion bugs to fix. There's a billion bugs and people exploiting this, exploiting that. But I feel like some things, like for example the High Rise, are like they're so well known that you going up there isn't the most crazy advantage once people figure out where you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those kind of fun things I would just leave in the game. I'm trying to think of anything else that's like I know I had a few of them before the video started, but I'm having a brain fart right now. But there's a few other spots where like you can get to certain places, you can do certain things that may not exactly like make the game broken, but make the game a little bit different. And those are kind of the character things I want to keep in the game. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I want to make the game. The reason I have these changes, I want to make the game a little more user friendly and less random. And I feel like if we can have these things, and of course there's way more changes to be made. This is not the only thing, but if we could do that, we can have ourselves a pretty good remaster. You guys have a good one. This is Black Aries. Peace.